Here, let me see it.
What do you want to see?
So we got this. I got this watch the other day that I didn't buy it yet because I'm not sure if it's a real. Give it to me. If it's a real deal. And Adrian knows a little bit more about watches than I do, and he's looking at it and he thinks it's not real. So today I have an appointment later on with an official Rolex dealer that they're gonna take a look at this to determine if this is a fake or real. Runs beautifully, looks beautiful. Question is if it's real. The bezel and everything's supposed to be 14 karat white gold. The bracelet on it is stainless steel, and that's what kind of gives it away, because it looks extremely cheap. And it looks,
especially on the inside.
Especially on the inside, like everything that it's done with this bracelet, how it's manufactured.
You know, another thing, if this is 14K gold, how come these sides look so perfect? How come
I know.
There's no scratches or anything?
I know, the watch looks like just too good. Maybe it was just never worn, Adrian. Maybe it was just never worn.
What happened with the bracelet? Why is the bracelet worn out so badly?
Actually, there's no scratches here. It's pretty clean.
On the sides and the inside, why it looks like that? I don't know. Too many question marks.
Too many question marks. The back part of this Rolex doesn't have their logo on it, although I've seen some without it.
Yeah.
So we need to open it up, see the guts inside, and it's about half an hour from us. Brad and the Rolex dealer will open this up. He's a watchmaker for 40 years, and he's going to be able to determine if this is real or not. But I mean, it looks good. When I'm looking at this, but they make so many good fakes these days. It's just insane.
To me, on the chronograph, the letter R.
Yeah, the lettering on the inside is a little bit off, slightly off. And when Rolex makes their stuff, they make it to perfection. Like, so I mean, as far as price-wise on these, it's all about the condition, you know. This one is pretty clean. If it's real, it's probably in that $4,000 to $5,000 range,
yeah.
You know, something like that. When they're new, obviously different ball game, but this one is the Oyster Datejust. That's the name of the watch. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of, you know, if somebody would walk up to me like on a street and just look at it, and even if I looked at it with my loupe, I would be almost ready to buy. That's how good it looks. But there's few question marks, like you said, you know, like why is this band look so cheap on such a nice watch, you know? Yeah, you could replace it and you can go cheaper than original. I don't know. I mean, the loop.
The bracelet, it's not Rolex bracelet. It's got Rolex markings. That's not Rolex bracelet.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think it looks a little bit too cheap. I mean, it's got their crown and everything, but still, I don't think it's original. We had here many fakes, okay? And some of them looked unbelievable. Yeah. And they turned out to be fakes.
And there was some cheaper watches.
And it's funny even too, because you can go online and you can technically buy, and they say they're replicas, right? And you pay like $950 for Rolex replica. So how the replicas are so good? Because they're charging almost $1,000 just for the replica, you know, which is insane that it's even allowed to do that. Why do they even allow it? Is it like, because it officially says it's a replica.
You have to state that it's a replica.
Yeah, you have to state that, but you know, it's crazy. Early afternoon, so already on my way back from a watchmaker, and actually Brad, who's my guy, he's not available. He's out of town. I didn't know that, so I had to go a little bit farther and drop the watch off with another friend who's a jeweler, who his good friend is a watchmaker and actually does service all the stuff for Rolex. So that's really good actually, because he's the guy that I want to really see, you know. So hopefully by tomorrow I should have an answer, the latest Friday they said. So today is Wednesday, so in a couple days we'll know if this is real or not, and I'll keep you guys updated. Today's Friday. I'm off working around the house. I want to show you guys what I built probably about a month ago now. This is my little shed for my wood that I'm gonna keep it on a back patio. The patio has a cover porched, but still I bought this crappy unit from Amazon that you only stack the wood and then you put a material kind of canopy over it. That worked like crap for the last 2 seasons. So this season I decided to build one so I can store my wood convenient on a back patio, so I can just open the door and grab some wood and put it in my fireplace. I built it totally out of cedar, and I can't believe how much wood is right now in the store. It's like 3 times more than normal. Like a simple 2x4, instead of $2, it's like $6. It's crazy. And cedar even more expensive. But anyway, I had to fix the bottom here. Had to put nails. This planks right here, they're only 1/4 inch, and I had this a whole bundle of spare cedar like that. I don't know from what project, but anyway, when I nail them down with stainless steel nails so they don't run, because when the moisture comes in, you know, if you don't use stainless steel on cedar, they will have streaks. But anyway, it's been sitting for a month. This whole thing has been sitting weathered outside, and rain was shooting at it and everything, and I thought that actually cedar would shrink a little bit. It will give me little gaps in between, but actually it got so much water and moisture one day that these are started popping up because they're only so thin, and the nails went in with the gun so deep, so it wasn't holding too good. So I actually had to put all the way around a bunch of small galvanized roofing nails to hold this in place. Technically it's not a big deal, I mean the wood is just laying on this, but originally I thought they're gonna shrink a little bit and create space in between for drainage, but it is what it is. I think overall it came out pretty good anyway. So now I gotta put it on this cart and messel to the backyard. We'll see if I can do this. It's not very heavy, maybe it's about 150 pounds. It's just awkward, so let's try this. Let's see if I can do this by myself with this cart. Like I said, it's not super heavy, it's just super awkward. It's centered. I think it's centered. Oops. Can I reach the camera? Yeah, I think so. Alright, we'll take it slow. We'll take it slow. It's rolling easy on the asphalt, but as soon as we get out to the grass, it might be a little bit trickier. Ooh, little bouncy. We'll take it slow. And it's starting to rain too. Little sprinkle. Change the angle. Down the hill now. And then this is on the angle too. Ooh, bounces on me here. It's getting a little heavy now. Halfway there. Oh man, oh, it wants to slide off the angle. Almost there. I can see the patio. Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh. Ouch! I gotta set it down. So, It's gonna go right here in this spot on my patio. So when I walk in out of the door, the wood will be right here ready for me to grab. The fireplace is just around the corner. So all right, let me muscle this in. All right, so I got my wood shed here in the correct spot. I mean, this is underneath the roof anyway, but like I said, I had it before right on the edge, and when we get a wind from that side, all my wood got wet, you know. So now I think it's gonna be nicely protected. All I gotta do is just load up some wood, which is back there all cut up. It's been drying. This is already 3 seasons of wood there, so just gotta bring it here, load this up, and we'll be all ready. But when I was doing all this, when I was muscling with this thing, I got a text from Michael. He's the jeweler who's holding the Rolex, and he texts me, "Pete, your Rolex is ready, come and pick it up." He didn't say anything else, so I don't know what's going on. So let's head there right now, take care of that, and then I'll come back and fill up this with wood. So I got my watch back. I'm here at Michael's Miller place. He didn't want to be, that's his building right there, beautiful place. He didn't want to be on film. I got some bad news. This lady is not gonna like it, and I'm glad that I didn't dish out any money on this watch. I was very close to paying, and something told me that Adrian should look at it, and then we should investigate more. So originally this watch was purchased at Federal Assets Auctioneers in California, which is some kind of BS company. Here's the watch, and here's what's going on with this. The bracelet, the bezel, the glass, the dial, everything is aftermarket. Now the guts on the inside are genuine Rolex, but everything else is aftermarket. The bezel is 14 karat gold, and the diamonds are real. There's a lot of them, but they're tiny. And this watch, at the most, the way it sits, is probably worth maybe about 2,500 bucks. I was hoping that it's gonna be real, because this is a really nice customer that I've been dealing for a while now, and it is what it is. So I'm gonna have to break it to her that it's not real, and I'm not gonna be able to purchase it. So much trying maybe to sell this for $4,000 to $5,000, but yeah, it's even worth less than the money that I was gonna pay her. So it is what it is. But I'm so glad that we had this checked out by Michael, because otherwise, you know, I would buy this thinking it's legit, I pay her, then I most likely would probably sell this online. I would put it on eBay, and guess what? It goes through authentication service now, and I'm thinking it's legit. I ship it. I would probably still check it out, right, before I would list this. But you put something like that and goes to that authentication, and then you get in trouble, you know, that you're selling fake stuff, that it's not all original. The guts are original, but everything else on the watch is aftermarket. So guys, always do your homework. If you ever thinking to buy expensive jewelry like watches or any gold or anything that it's really very valuable, do your homework, do your research, use experts out there, have this stuff checked out, because you can save yourself not only a lot of money, but a lot of headache and problems if you're not gonna buy stuff that is genuine. And you know, at least I can sleep at night really good now that, you know, I didn't get taken or I didn't sell something fake to somebody else. So well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know I did. It was pretty cool thing to do, even though that I deal with this kind of stuff all the time. It was fun to show it to you, and thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.